The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. Yeah!
Hi, and welcome to the Pool Guy Podcast Show. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about why you should have an automatic cleaner in your pool, and in most cases, why this is a great idea, a great time-saving idea, as well as a way to keep your maintenance a lot easier for your pool. So I'll go over some automatic cleaner choices and why I think this is probably the best thing you can do for your pool. Leslie's Pool Supplies is a proud partner of the Pool Guy Podcast Show. Leslie's Pool Supplies has been do-it-yourselfers and pool trade professionals' trusted partner since 1963, providing quality products and services to make pool care easy and solutions and expertise to do it right. So one of the items that I spotlight on my YouTube channel, my website, are automatic pool cleaners. I've tested just about every cleaner out there from different countries around the world, as well as here in the US, different types, from suction cleaners to pressure side cleaners to robotic pool cleaners. So I'm kind of an unofficial expert on automatic pool cleaners since I use them so much, film them so much, and I have so many on my pool route. And I really like automatic cleaners for a number of reasons. I'm going to run down a list here of some reasons why I think you should invest in one for your pool, and some of the benefits also of investing in an automatic pool cleaner. I think the number one reason that I would suggest an automatic pool cleaner is that your pool will be swim ready whenever you need to use it in most cases. So if you have a pool service, they come once a week, they're maybe there for 25-30 minutes, and then they're gone for the rest of the week. You may have a gardener that shows up right after, the wind may blow, you may have a rainstorm. So if you have service, there's going to be a week in between when your pool service comes and the following week in between, and lots of things can happen to your pool. If you clean your pool yourself, you may get busy and forget to clean it, or you may not have time to clean it. And if you wanted to use your pool one day and it wasn't cleaned, you have to take the time out of your day to actually clean the pool that day and get it ready. Whereas if you had an automatic cleaner in there, then you would have nothing to worry about and your pool would be ready to be used right away, because the automatic cleaner technically or theoretically, if it's running correctly, would keep your pool clean all week long for you. So I think that's one of the best benefits of the automatic cleaner, is that whenever you go in your backyard to look at your pool, it's going to be clean, because the cleaner will be doing a superb job of vacuuming up leaves and dirt on the bottom, and so your pool will have a really nice appearance and it'll look really clean all the time. So for me, I think that would be the top reason. That's why I use them in my pool myself. I don't have time really to clean my pool very often, and so with an automatic cleaner running in there, it's going to be maintained by itself basically. And I've used different various types of cleaners, and I'll go over the different ones that I recommend and the types of cleaners for you also in this podcast. You get an idea of what to invest in. Another good benefit of automatic pool cleaner is that it'll keep your pool from being stained. A lot of times pools get stained because if there's a rainstorm or some dirt gets washed in there, a lot of times in my area the dirt has metal in it, and if you don't vacuum up the pool within a few days, it could stain the surface of your pool. And believe it or not, I've had several automatic cleaners pick up small little staples and little nails out of a pool that would have definitely left the stain on the surface. Instead, it ended up in the canister or the pump basket, and definitely prevented a stain by doing that. And a lot of times, leaves will stain the pool, so even though the organic staining from the leaf will go away in a couple of days, when you raise the chlorine level, if you were planning to have a pool party that day, that the organic staining from the leaf would be there. If you had an automatic cleaner running in your pool, it would have picked up that leaf. It would not have stained the plaster temporarily, and you would not have to worry about it. So that's another great benefit of the automatic cleaner. Besides leaving your pool swim ready, it also prevents a lot of staining of the pool surface by operating in there while the pool is running. And then of course you have the time saving of the automatic cleaner. So instead of spending 20 minutes of your time vacuuming your pool, the automatic cleaner will have vacuumed it for you all week long again. And so you just have to check the chemicals, maybe skim the pool and brush it, and then you're done with your pool care for that particular week. So they do have a great benefit. If you are a pool service professional and you have service accounts that don't have cleaners, I highly recommend you sell the cleaners to your clients and also it'll save you time on your route with automatic cleaners there. And if you're a homeowner with a pool service, having a pool cleaner will keep your rates lower because your pool service professional won't need to spend as much time at the pool vacuuming it every week. Therefore, you can do more pools and keep the rates lower. So it's a win-win for both you and also for the pool service company to have an automatic cleaner in the pool. And as a homeowner, definitely a great time saver. You eliminate the need to vacuum your pool in most cases week to week, which saves you a lot of time over the course of the whole year. So let me briefly go over the different types of automatic cleaners. The most common, or the one you may know the most or be familiar with, are the suction side cleaners. These are the ones that have hoses and they connect to your pool, and they'll be running when your pool filtration system is running. They'll connect to your pool either through the skimmer, or if you have a newer pool, through a vacuum port or a side port of the pool. And these cleaners have been around the longest. It started with the Penta Creepy Crawler. I think that was one of the first ones ever. The Hayward Navigator was shortly soon after that, or right around the same time. And then it just has exploded, where you have so many choices from the major manufacturers to generic type cleaners for the suction side cleaner. I really like these cleaners because they'll be running, if you have the pool running for 6 or 8 hours a day, the cleaner will run all that time, kind of like one of those robotic vacuum cleaners that you have for your house. The same thing with the automatic cleaner. It's going to be running in your pool just as if you had a manual vacuum head and your pool hose and your vacuum hose hooked up all the time, and you were vacuuming your pool for 8 hours a day. So you can see how clean it would leave your pool. Again, that's if everything is working correctly and it's not being jammed up by heavy debris. But in most circumstances, it'll leave your pool spotless every day as it's running in the pool. You also will find that the price point of the suction side cleaners is the best. You can get a cheap generic one, which I don't recommend, by the way, for like $100. I would rather you invest a couple $100s in a good cleaner, a few $100s in the best cleaner. So the price range for these cleaners are anywhere from $100 to $500 to get a top of the line suction side cleaner. These are very durable and long-lasting cleaners. They're designed to work in your pool for 8 to 10 hours a day, and so the parts are very durable, the hoses are very long-lasting, and they're just a great way to keep your pool clean while the system is running. And for most cases, the suction cleaner would be my top choice for your pool, and I'll go over some of the exceptions of why you wouldn't want to choose a suction cleaner. The first one would be if your pool gets a lot of heavy leaf debris. These cleaners are not good when they run into a pile of leaves, mainly because the opening on the bottom is pretty small. Even though it picks up large debris in a lot of cases, the opening's a lot smaller than the vacuum hose of your manual vacuum, and so a pile of leaves or debris or large rock will definitely clog up a suction side cleaner and stop it in its tracks for the whole week. Another drawback of the suction side cleaners, to me it's not a big deal, but a lot of people don't like looking at the hoses in the pool all day long. They bother some customers, so they don't like the look of the hoses in the pool. And you really can't do much about that because that's how it operates. So when you use your pool, you have to also take the cleaner and the hoses out of the pool, which for some people is a little bit of a hassle. So there are some drawbacks to the suction cleaner, but there's definitely a lot of positives to it. The fact that it's running when your pool is running. So technically it's the most energy efficient because you're already going to be running your pool. And with the cleaner running when the pool runs, you don't need an extra pump to run it. And then, of course, it leaves your pool clean every week if you have the right cleaner in the right circumstances. So to me, I think it's the best choice in almost all circumstances except for the heavy debris, or if you have a odd-shaped pool or something strange like that's going on. But if you live in an area where there's a lot of heavy debris, typically the builder or the service providers in your area will install a pressure side cleaner. And this one runs off of a separate booster pump that's plumbed in already when the pool is built. And these cleaners are designed for larger debris. They're not designed quite for the small dirt and sand that may get in the pool, although they will pick up dirt and sand down to about 100 microns in some cases, but they're not designed for very fine dirt in the pool. But they are designed for heavy leaf debris areas, so parts of Texas, a lot of the East Coast and Florida have a lot of pressure cleaners there because of the larger debris that will get into the pool. And so if you're in an area where there's a lot of large leaf debris, the pressure cleaner is typically the way to go. And again, most builders will pre-plumb in the booster pump for you so that you can use a pressure cleaner at your house when you have a lot of heavy debris. And I'm a really big fan of pressure cleaners also. I have several on my pool route. I think they're great with large debris. Their only drawback, of course, is that you have to have a separate booster pump. So that does raise your electricity costs or cost of usage for the pressure cleaner. However, since the pressure cleaner is highly effective, you only have to run it about 2 hours per day. So in the long run, it's not a huge energy hog. It just costs you more money for the booster pump when that pump wears out. And pressure cleaners are usually $500 up to $1,000, so the price point is much higher. The parts are really long lasting because they only run about 2 hours a day versus the suction cleaner that runs 8 to 10 hours a day. So that's not a drawback at all. That's actually a benefit. I think one of the main drawbacks is that if you do have a pool with heavy debris, you can't actually have one of these installed unless it's plumbed in because it has a dedicated return line that's used for the pressure cleaner itself. You can buy a return side cleaner like the Polaris 360. This is designed to run off of the return jets of your pool, and this works really well. The only drawback is that since it doesn't have a booster pump, you have to restrict some return lines, and you have to have a certain setup, which is 1.5-inch threaded return lines for this to work. You also have to have at least a 3/4 horsepower pump, and then they recommend a full-size filter or a large filter just because there's some back pressure that's created from the Polaris 360 running in your pool. And also you'll notice a little bit less skimming ability because the return jets are restricted or they're closed off to give the Polaris 360 the power it needs to pick up the debris. But it operates a lot like the pressure side cleaners. It has a large debris bag on top, and it works really well in pools with large leaf debris. If you can't have a booster pump or don't have a booster pump installed at your pool, I would say the return side cleaner like the Polaris 360 would be a great choice also. And last but not least are my favorite types of cleaners, which are the robotic pool cleaner. I really like the robotic pool cleaners because number one, they're really easy to operate. There's really no installation of it. And then when you're done with the cleaner, you just take it out of the pool. You don't have anything in your pool during the week. And then when you need to clean your pool, you just drop the robotic pool cleaner back in your pool. Couldn't be any easier than that, and that's why I prefer the robotic pool cleaners over both the suction and the pressure side cleaners. Another positive of the robotic pool cleaner is that it uses very low voltage, and so it's only going to cost you a few cents per day to use it. And if you have a variable speed pump, you don't need to increase your pool pump speed to run the cleaner as if it was a suction or pressure cleaner. So that's a good benefit of the robotic pool cleaner. It'll save your energy. And it does a great job, depending on, again, the model of robotic pool cleaner you choose and the brand and the price point. It does a great job of cleaning your pool in about 2 hours. So it'll clean your pool as quickly as a pressure cleaner or faster, and much faster than a suction side cleaner. And depending on your model, it could pick up dirt down to about 2 or 3 microns. So it's really a great cleaner type for your pool. And I'll go over some of the drawbacks of a robotic pool cleaner also. And there are a couple drawbacks that I think make it a deal breaker for a lot of people. Number one, the price point for a good robotic pool cleaner is anywhere from $500 to maybe $1,400 in price. So they are really expensive if you compare them directly with a suction cleaner for like $300 or $400 or a pressure cleaner for $500 or $600. So the price point of the robotic pool cleaners puts it out of reach for a lot of consumers, and then you can't really fix the cleaner yourself if it breaks down. So you'll be taking it into a service center. So with the suction cleaner or pressure cleaner, you can pretty much change parts and repair it yourself in your own backyard. But with a robotic pool cleaner, you may need some more technical skill to repair it. So you couldn't do a lot of the repairs on the cleaner yourself. You have to send it to a service center. So those are kind of the drawbacks with that. And then if the warranty period is out, then the parts may be a little bit expensive to have replaced in a robotic pool cleaner. But if you can live with the drawbacks, which only are a couple, I think major drawbacks to that, I think the robotic pool cleaner is the best cleaner for your pool because number one, it's really easy. You just drop it in there again, turn it on, and let it clean the pool. And then when you're done, you just take it out and your pool looks swim ready. You can actually use it right before a party, which is great. And you can have your pool cleaned really rapidly. And some of these robotic pool cleaners, the higher end ones, have a 7-day programmable cycle. So you can actually leave it in the pool. It'll clean your pool every day for the 7-day period. So it'll work a lot like the suction side cleaners by staying in your pool, and then you just pull it out when you don't need to use it at that point, or if you're going to have a party and use your pool. And I think one of the reasons why robotic pool cleaners haven't caught on too much in my area is because you have to rely on the client to actually put them in the pool for you in most cases, unless you have the ones you can put in there for 7 days. And so with a suction cleaner or a pressure cleaner, we as a pool professional know it's going to be running in the pool all week long. We don't have to worry about it. The worst part about a robotic pool cleaner is when you get to a service account, the client forgot to put it in there, and the pool's messy, so you can actually clean the pool as if there was no cleaner in there. So that's a drawback for service providers, and that's why a lot of us don't really push them on the clients. But if you're a do-it-yourself homeowner and you're looking for a great cleaner, I think robotic pool cleaners are definitely the way to go. If I compare it in my pool, whenever I'm testing a suction cleaner, I realize now how slow it cleans the pool after using robotic pool cleaners in my pool. My pool is relatively small. It's under 15,000 gallons. So when I put a robotic pool cleaner in, within an hour, the pool is pretty much spotless. With a suction cleaner, it takes 6-8 hours, maybe even a couple days if the pool is really messy to get clean. And so I notice it right away because I use all different cleaners. And the robotic pool cleaner will clean up stuff that you don't even see in your pool. Since all the debris is trapped inside the robotic pool cleaner, you don't use the filtration system, so the filter will stay cleaner. You don't have to clean it as often. A lot of the dirt is taken out in the robotic pool cleaner and not into your pool filtration system. With a suction cleaner connected to your equipment, of course the dirt's going to be going into your filter, so you may have to clean your filter more often. And with the pressure cleaner, the dirt and debris is trapped in a debris bag on top. So it acts a lot like the robotic pool cleaner, where you don't have to worry about using your own filter system with the dirt and debris. So there are a lot of great choices for your automatic pool cleaner, and I would say the first thing you want to look at is a suction cleaner, if that's the kind of cleaner that works in your area. And if you have a booster pump set up at your pool, you definitely want to look at the pressure cleaners. If you're going to replace your pressure side cleaner with any cleaner, I would say I would go with the robotic pool cleaner. They're very similar in nature to each other, and you would be really happy upgrading from a pressure cleaner to a robotic pool cleaner. I think that's a great choice there. I think there's really not much of a reason why you shouldn't get an automatic cleaner. If your pool gets really severe debris in the pool, I'm talking, bags of leaves every week, then you probably are not a good candidate for an automatic pool cleaner. But other than that, if your pool gets a normal amount of debris in the pool every week, an automatic pool cleaner definitely will save you time. It'll keep your pool swim ready, and it'll prevent staining in your pool. And it's a great way to just enhance having the pool back there. I think once you put one in, you'll notice the difference right away, and only regret you'll have is not getting an automatic pool cleaner earlier than you got your cleaner. So with that said, a lot of people will send me a picture of their pool, and you can definitely send me a photo at david@swimmingpoollearning.com. Again, that's david@swimmingpoollearning.com, and I'll look at your pool and I'll be able to assess your pool by surface type, the way it's designed, your equipment, and all those factors. And I'll definitely I'll give you an honest recommendation for an automatic pool cleaner. None of the manufacturers pay me to promote their cleaners over each other, and so I can refer a cleaner to you without being biased as far as someone paying me to refer you a cleaner. I have my preferences, of course, of which cleaners I like the most. And if you go to my website, you can see the top cleaners I recommend. But other than that, for your particular pool, if you wanted to send me a photo, I'd be happy to look at it, and then I can refer a particular cleaner for you, no problem. And generally, I'm pretty good at picking them. My pool route itself has over 70 automatic pool cleaners. And again, I filmed just about every robotic cleaner, every suction cleaner, every pressure cleaner on the market. I'm familiar with how they work and operate, and I can give you probably the best choice of a cleaner for your pool. If you wanted to email me, I'll definitely help you out there. And you can also find a list of the top cleaners I recommend for suction, robotic, and pressure cleaners on my website. swimmingpoollearning.com. Just go over the automatic cleaners and you can scroll down and see the best cleaners for 2020 that I recommend. And definitely, again, you can email me if you need to, and I'll definitely help you out there. And if you're in the industry and you're looking for ways to enhance your business, or you're just getting started, definitely check out my coaching program at poolguycoaching.com. For as little as $10 a month, you can text me in real time. Plus, there's a lot of great benefits, and there's a lot of great discounts when you join the group. You can learn more about that at poolguycoaching.com. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless. Leslie's Pool Supplies has been do-it-yourselfers and pool trade professionals' trusted partner since 1963, providing quality products and services to make pool care easy and solutions and expertise to do it right.